Another day, another week of our beloved soccer, of our beloved Seisaki team. Hey guys, what is up? Today I come to you with yet another weekly review of Days at episode 14. Now, this episode starts off with our Seisaki school, our Seisaki soccer team going to a training camp. It's not like what episode 2 where they had it was just focusing on that one episode and then after that they just went off on a different one. In this episode, they explained that their training camp is going to be consisted of 5 days, and the schools that they're going against is very strong schools. Even though most of the schools there have lost in the Inter-High Championship, they are strong enough to be able to get into nationals. Now, the first school that they're going to be going up against is Boso Academy, which is a school strong enough to get to the nationals, and they should not take them lightly, even though this is just a training camp and not an official match. So if depending on how this game is set up, the coach will decide which players he will pick to put in for the interventional. I guess that's another type of competition they have to do before one of the bigger ones. I don't know what's the scale for like high school soccer, so if someone can tell me what are the levels for that, like in Japan specifically, that would be really great. So basically, Seisaki starts with their strongest lineup with consisting of the 3 arrows, Mizuki, Kazuma, Ooshiba, and possibly a few other second years and first years. And they're on there playing on the field, and we got more character development for Ooshiba and Kimishita in this episode. Now, we know those two don't particularly get along, and we wonder how are they capable of being on the same team if they hate each other. But after seeing this episode, you can say for sure that there is a level of respect for the other. If there wasn't, they could not be within the same team, in the same locker room, or be able to talk with each other on the field without trying to beat the living daylights out of each other. So after they lost, the Inter-High to Saku High, Ooshiba was at a loss with himself, and he went to Kimishita for advice and was asking him, what is it that I need to improve myself? And of course, Kimishita is telling him you lack humbleness, you lack intelligence. Overall, he was just telling him you lack being smart. You're pretty much dumb. But the thing that really stands out the most is because you're greedy. Compared to Kazuma and Mizuki, who scores the most goals, you're the one who scores the least. And the reason is that because you draw the attention all to yourself, that leaves open room for these two to score. But the more that you endure, eventually with that 10% that's left over, you'll be able to score a goal. And I guess that's the first time that we've seen Ooshiba score a goal, which he is excited about. Like, this guy is roaring in excitement. But of course, the coach is trying to sub him out, which he refuses to do until they drag him off and substitute him for Tsukamoto. Now, it gets into the episode where this was something possibly anybody that's still watching this series is having on their mind. Why hasn't Tsukamoto been improving, or why is it taking so long? It's simply because, as they explained in this episode, is that as he was playing, he was not on the field with at least particularly 2 characters, Mizuki, 3 characters, Mizuki, Kazuma, and Kimishita. And he sees himself fumbling. He's keeping on his targets. Whoever has the ball, he's keeping on his targets. It's not until that they outmaneuver him and they get a goal does he realize, I've been doing this so much and usually it works. How come it did not work at all? So the coach was explaining to Ubakaza that the reason why he can't just continuously run, he thinks that, running is the only way for me to help this team or to help improve myself, that helping is not going to cut it anymore. Probably it did 13 episodes back, but not from this point on. It's not going to work. And the reason is that's because Tsukamoto has been relying on his teammates, in particular the 3 people I just mentioned. When Tsukamoto needs to be, unnoticed, we have Kazuma's flashy play. Whenever he messes up, there's Mizuki to patch up his messes. And even if he's running all around the place, we have where Kimishita is capable of still giving him passes. And now that he doesn't have those people to shoulder on for help, even though he's not realizing it himself, he needs to see now I can't rely on these people every single time, because now I have to learn how to better myself. I can't just, with them being there, all I had to do was that's what he was thinking. All I had to do was run. But suppose he was with now teammates that he wasn't really playing with, because that was happening. He was with Kurisu in the other first years, and he's not used playing with them. He's not used to their styles, and then he's coming to realization that, I just can't continuously run like I used to before. And it's going to take him time, and it's explained in this episode that he's going to fail a way more times than he is going to succeed in order to find his own style of play. And if every time they say they compare him to Mizuki, saying that within 2 years time he's going to be like him, someone that started from the very bottom and now he's here, he's going to have a lot to take upon himself. He's going to have a lot of burdens, and he's going to have, if you're thinking he's crying a lot right now, just imagine what it's going to be like when he comes to realization that he needs to put in way more effort than ever before, and that he's going to be crushed multiple times before he can even have one victory. He's going to suffer a lot in this world of soccer before he can actually know what it's like to actually score a goal for his team. So by the end of the episode, Tsukamoto is still fretting over this, and possibly with this game it might give him that insight on what he needs to work on. If he got one part, which is running down pack, now he needs to work on other areas. Hopefully by the next episode we have Cosmo or the other members on his team pointing that out to him to at least help him realize that this is what you need to work on. So if you saw this week's episode of Days, episode 14, I would love to hear your thoughts on what you felt about it. Do you think it's about high time that Tsukamoto started developing other skills? And what do you think they should help him improve on? The links, as always, are in the description box, so you guys can go check that out. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye!